I want to remember this day, for this is the day that I choose to give up and lay a part of me to rest forever.
I got robbed. The purpose of my last video was to update you as to why I've not uploaded for a while and to inform you that I'm taking some time off from the internet. But the response that I got just was insane.
Gabriel, what the hell? I just saw your video, man. I hope you're okay.
Oh my god, is there anything I can help you with?
Wat het gebeur? Je weet ek is hier vir jou as jy enigiets nodig het, né?
It was just too much, everything, all at once. And in a world filled with distractions, the ability to focus has become a superpower.
The reason for this disconnect is because I needed time to think. Honestly, I was having issues of faith, and I needed time to think about what my course of action will be.
Because my car getting broken into and my stuff being stolen, that was just like the beginning of the emotional onslaught that followed. Soon after this incident, I arrived in Arizona with extremely limited funds, and since my wallet, cards, ID, and emergency money all got stolen, I had to stay in one place long enough for my new documentation to arrive. During this time, I parked at Walmart, which is a place that welcomes travelers from all backgrounds and vehicle sizes onto their property, and I was extremely comforted knowing that I would at least have a place to safely park for the duration of the time that I needed in order to sort everything out. Or so I thought. One night, as I'm fast asleep in a Walmart parking lot, I hear a very distinct knock on my window. Not the friendly knock, nor the inquisitive knock. No, this is the sound of an authoritative knock. One that will wake up any vehicle dweller in the middle of the night. The police knock.
Sorry to wake you, okay?
It's okay.
Here's the issue, okay? We've been asked by management. He wishes to have you trespass from this location, okay?
Okay.
I have nothing to do with it other than he asked me to do it, and that's what I'm gonna do, okay? This business doesn't want you on their property anymore. Like I said, man, I have no quarrels with what you're doing.
Completely.
Okay? Obviously, somebody does inside this business, and they don't want you here anymore, okay?
Sure.
So this is a trespass warning. I just need you to sign here on the X.
I got served with an eviction letter, and I was told that I trespassed and I may not return to the property for a year. The entire exchange lasts like 20 minutes, and I don't understand why I was singled out or why I was asked to leave, but because of everything else that was going on, at that point I didn't even care. So I decided just to stay up and get a head start on my day. I had a bunch of errands to run, and
As a result of the break-in, my car was damaged. So I went to the auto shop to get my back window replaced. But as I do this, my oil light comes on. It was just time for my regular oil change, and
once I got to Jiffy Lube, however, I was faced with another challenge: unexpected car maintenance.
When I pulled this out,
Right.
okay, see this one and this one?
Yeah.
See how this is right here like this?
Right.
The oil ate that away in there. So it's sitting in there.
Oh shit.
So it's yeah, see what I'm saying?
So we need to take that one out?
I can take it out, but you need a new one of these too. You know what I mean?
So
Mine
how
sits in-
important on a scale of 1 to 10 is this?
That's a 10.
That's a 10?
That's what makes the car go.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, so
I'm about to drive to cross country to California, so I need to make sure
Oh
this
yeah,
is...
you want to do that. So
Okay.
let me get the plug out and look at this. But good thing we checked.
Absolutely. So I had to max out my active credit card, and with the last cash that I had available, stopped by Whole Foods to get some of my favorite road trip snack: bananas. Bananas happen to be my comfort food. I didn't have much money remaining, but since my new credit card was arriving the next day, I wasn't that concerned, so I decided to splurge. I bought bananas as well as my favorite protein bar.
Given the fact that I was having issues of faith, I thought that it was okay to be comforted through food.
But as I'm walking back to my car, getting ready to devour my temporary solution for dealing with my issues of faith,
I see a panhandler at the entrance of the shopping center. And I thought it was weird because I hadn't noticed him on the drive-in, but now he had my undivided attention.
it wasn't his clothes, it wasn't his demeanor, nor was it the empty bucket he was sitting on. No, what grabbed my attention was the text on the cardboard sign that he was carrying. It read, "Lost everything but faith." After reading that, I just stood there immobilized, as if frozen by time itself. This man's entire life brought him to this exact moment for our paths to cross. It was the law of cause and effect in an unseen realm. I came here to find comfort during a time in my life that I was facing issues of faith, a time of lack, a time of loss, a time of need. Who knew that 4 simple words could change everything? Those words brought me comfort because they reminded me that people can take away all of your things, but nobody can take away your faith, for that is the last of the human freedoms. His presence made me feel comforted because I definitely needed to hear those 4 words today. Therefore, I decided to thank him. I gave him my comfort food
because I no longer had any issues of faith.
When I handed it to him, the only thing he said was, "Brother, thank you. Expect your tenfold return." This experience left me feeling empowered. Wow. What an emotional roller coaster of a week. I believe that in life, every experience we have will bring us one step closer to figuring out who we are and where we stand. And as a result of all of these experiences, it forced me to be still and to reflect on how far I've come.
For example, since I've immigrated to America, the quality of my life has increased. But then after a while, the speed at which that increase was happening diminished into a linear fashion, meaning predictable. And that's because I was following the trajectory of someone in the safety net of a comfort zone. Now, after some time like this, I was frustrated because there was a big disconnect between the life I wanted to live and the reality of the life that I was living. I now believe that we all, at some point in our lives, ask ourselves the question whether the world we leave behind is qualitatively different and better than the world that we inherited, and what our level of contribution was to that change.
Therefore, I asked myself, how much change would I contribute if I were to return to the life that I lived before starting this journey? The answer? Nothing at all. Because there's no risk associated with that choice. It's comfortable and it's the path of least resistance. And I know now that the quality of your life will shrink or expand based on your willingness to take risks. Because only those who risk going too far can possibly find out how far one can go. Moving into my car, that was a risk, but I always had a safety net as I had some money stashed away with a friend who I instructed to only send it if absolutely necessary. Call it mattress money if you will. This always brought me comfort knowing that I had some mattress stuffing if I ever needed it. It was my last resort in case I was completely broke and needed it to start over. Well, I need it now in order to get back on the road to my dreams. But once my friend sent my mattress money, I did some calculations.
As I did the math, and at a moment of weakness, I entertained the possibility of abandoning this pursuit because I learned that I happened to have just enough money to secure a lease on an apartment, pay the first month's rent, and that would grant me enough time to find a job and be safely reacquainted with my comfort zone.
Combining all of these experiences, I've learned that while in pursuit of your dreams, your commitment to that dream will be relentlessly tested. But that's all it is. That's all any of this is. The car break-in, my financial situation, the unexpected maintenance, the eviction letter from the authorities. It's a test. Just like any challenge you may face in your own life, it serves as a gut check to see if you want this thing bad enough that you're willing to be unreasonable in your pursuit of its attainment. Well, I am an unreasonable man. Because there is no way that I'm stopping now. This taught me that the worse that you feel, then the more committed you must be to your path. So I finally got my new credit card in the mail. Yes, I applied for a new credit card and they gave it to me without question. God bless America. Now, I know it's crazy to fund this entire adventure on a credit card, but I decided that I'm not going to count the cost of this pursuit. I can't count the cost because if I do, I'll become stressed and demotivated. I'm just going to do what I have to do, and when the time comes, look back and see the reward. Because you have to do whatever it takes to achieve your dreams. I can't afford to count the cost, and therefore I'm not going to count the cost. However, I am going to count my days. For I only have 160 days left.
I've learned that your dreams will demand sacrifice, and therefore I'm offering my comfort zone as a tribute.
Yes, I'm giving up on the notion of a comfort zone and I'm proceeding with no safety net. All I have is a car, clothes, and a dream.
And a camera. Don't forget that you have a camera.
And a camera.
I'm going to sleep well tonight, knowing that tomorrow I'm back on the road to my dreams. Finally.